Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, poppies fans, wherever you may be. That is the fourth time that I have said that phrase this afternoon. We've had some sound issues, and I've realised the previous three you are yet to hear. Good afternoon. If you can hear us, this is the Poppies radio broadcast. We're just having some sound issues at the minute. Please bear with us if you can't quite hear us. I have a feeling that there is some sound coming through, but it does appear to be very, very, very quiet. So you will have to bear with us just for a moment. We are just testing through to see whether this is going to work. Apologies if you can hear us or can't.
Welcome everybody here. We're just getting ready. We apologise for the background sound here. But we're on, thank you Tom, we're on loud and clear. You're on Poppies Media here with myself, Doug Brown, and Ed Palmer here at the Ledger Stadium, as it is, Mullen Park if you're close to it. Sounds like Lincoln Park's being played in the background here, so apologies for the sound. We'll have to wait till they turn it off, but it's...
Never apologise for that, Doug. It's unbelievable music.
I'm with you. It's been, as you said earlier, if anybody caught that, what a build-up to the Pirates game here. It's been amazing, but certainly it's great to see, I think for the first time, the Kettering players are out in their resplendent blue and white hoops, and we are ready to go. The referee's already out here. Team sheet wise, a couple of changes for the Poppies. You'll probably see that on the graphic for those that can get access to it in a second. But a couple of changes where we've got Loza going to the bench, and he is joined on the bench by Shane Flynn, Wes York, and Finn Corrigan, and together with Kai Fifield. The main 11 for Kettering is going to be Jason Alexander in goal, followed by Forsyth, Crowther, Glennon, Andy Fanodge, Niall Ranger, Leon Lobjot, who makes a welcome return, Connor Stanley, and Eddie Oppong, Brandon Barker, who played last week for his opening debut, and Alfie Lewis. So that's the lineup for today. The pitch is looking in fantastic condition where we are. We're just about on the halfway line here, and there's a fair crowd. Poppies have brought a lot over here. I know it's bank holiday weekend, Ed, but it's great to see, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a huge crowd here. I nipped round the other side of the stand that we're in a few minutes ago, and the outside bar area and outside food area was absolutely heaving with people. I mean, Rail Bedford themselves have said on Twitter about, it's almost a sellout. It's the biggest pre-sale in Rail Bedford history and things like that. So there is a following. It's a bank holiday weekend. It's half an hour, 45 minutes down the road, and we are already about to start for this game here at Ledger Park. I'm glad that if you have found the commentary, you are listening to it. If you are still struggling, then you've not heard it, but you will get there eventually. But it is going to be Kettering who kick us off. It's going to be Bradley Barker who gets us underway for this game. The Poppies in their away strip of light blue with white and blue stripes horizontally across the front, blue shorts and blue socks. The home side in the sort of yellow shirts with black shorts and black socks, and we are underway. Out to the left-hand side, in the middle to Alfie Lewis. Lewis now under pressure from two players. Plays it into Fanodge, back to Glennon on the halfway line. He switches the play to Crowther. Crowther facing his own goal goes back to Jason Alexander. Back out to Crowther on the right-hand side of defence. In the middle to Thanodge. Thanodge switches it to Glennon. Glennon playing in the, I guess if you were traditionally, it's a left back position, but it is that back three that like to stay wide with the possession. Here's now Alfie Lewis looking for options forward. He goes right to Crowther. Crowther now plays long towards Niall Ranger. It's headed away by Rail Bedford, and they come forward. That's easily cut out, and Forsyth, who's playing in the centre of that three, plays back on the floor to Alexander. Alexander back out right to Crowther. Crowther long forward again, looking for Ranger. Ranger does get the flick on, but it will fall and roll harmlessly to Tyler McGregor in the Rail Bedford goal, playing in the traditional highlighter yellow strip. His opposite number, Jason Alexander, in a rather fetching. It's the first time we've seen it this season. The purple away goalkeeper strip. I'm a massive fan, I have to admit. Here's Oppong on the right-hand side. Running at the number 11, Connor T, but he plays the ball out of play for a Kettering throw-in deep inside the home territory. On the right-hand side, Crowther forward to take it. He calls for Forsyth to trot forward and join this particular set piece. He leans right up against the barriers here at Ledger Park. It's going to be a long throw. Glennon and Swell has gone in. There's no one up for Rail Bedford. They have all stayed back in their own penalty area to defend this throw-in. In it comes, flicked on by a Bedford player, falls towards the back post. Lobjoy can't quite get there. He does now. Left-footed, crosses the ball in, deflected, and then right-footed, puts one right into the air and right behind the goal for a goal kick. A little bit of worry in the home defence there, but easily dealt with. And 2 minutes into the game, we are still 0-0.
We are indeed. Good little sort of swivel turn in the 18-yard box there from Lodgart. It's good to see him back in a Kettering shirt, as Bedford are going to take it short, as they do. Rangers just trying to cut off the goalkeeper, so he's going to have to play it. But it does go back out to McGregor in the goal, as Ed was saying. Resplendent fluorescent green there. Crowther underneath the ball. Great interception there. Plays it across to Glennon inside his own half. An immediate ball, but that's not going to be trapped by Leon Lobjot. And then number 17 plays it all the way back to McGregor, who plays it long for the halfway line. It's stuck well, goes all the way through to Lennon. He'll have no problem at all with that at the back, looking for a pass, which he does out to Crowther. We're playing three at the back again, Kettering today, which is a favoured formation, Ed, isn't it, for Holyhead?
I think it's favoured for everyone in Kettering colours. Certainly the times we played four at the back, I can think of that first half against Royston and certain times against Barwell. It wasn't as attacking and as exciting as this back three is. So I think he's probably got it right with that back three as Crowther looks long for Oppong. He allows the ball to bounce and Connor T is fouled. Yeah, I think it probably was. There's a few disgruntled shouts from the Kettering fans, but I think they're probably right there. The officials had a so-so start to the season, Rail Bedford. They will be delighted with it, of course. Their step up to this level. I mean, it's a win, a draw, and a loss. So 4 points from the opening three games. It's certainly not shabby, but I think is this maybe the season they find the step up that little bit more than they have previously.
Yeah, definitely, Ed. I think they're going to struggle a little bit, but again, one of the pre-season favourites to at least to try and get in the playoffs. As the ball goes all the way back to Alexander, who plays it out to Glennon, who plays an aimless ball up to the halfway line, but intercepted there by Richardson. It goes to T. Connor T. A heavy touch there, but Bedford retain the ball. Real Bedford playing here nicely, just 1-2s on the halfway line to Davis. Inside, Thanodge gets a really good interception there, picks the ball well, plays Oppong. Oppong now screaming down the right-hand side. He's policed by Richardson, but I think he'll probably get into the 18-yard blocks, which he does. Gets the ball across with his right foot, headed out, only as far as the 18-yard box. Barker doesn't bring it down, and it's cleared all the way back out to Glennon, who played it quite easily to Forsyth, up in the air for Oppong. Oppong gets that, surprisingly, but he does. His police has got two Real defenders with him. Oppong goes down, but it'll be a throw-in only at this stage, as Crowther looking to take the throw just inside the the half for Real. Goes across there to Lewis. Plays it across to Barker. Barker out to Connor Stanley at the far side, who's going to try and terrorise the number 7 around there. Comes inside, clips the ball in, but that'll go straight into McGregor's arms. And yeah, promising, but going to need better than that, I think, to get through this defence.
Yeah, delivery was poor there from Connor Stanley. He'll know that as well. See what he was trying to do. He was trying to maybe get some whip on it and put it towards that back post, but got it all sorts of wrong. And a let off Bedford so far, Rail Bedford, that is. This is the first time they've really gone into the Kettering half, and Alexander comes out and absolutely cracks a left-footed clearance away straight to Barker, who plays it to Stanley, and Kettering are looking forward on the attack again. Stanley's being held. Referee plays advantage. Plays it into Lobjoit. Lobjoit now thought he was going to go to Stanley. He doesn't. Right-footed, clips it in, looking for Ranger. Ranger there! Oh, couldn't get there. I don't know whether he got a toe on it or not. He was battling the whole way with the Rail Bedford centre half. It was a beautiful teasing ball in from Leon Lobjoit. I don't know whether Ranger got a touch on it or not, but it dropped agonisingly wide of the far post. Still 0-0.
I think that's exactly what it was, Ed. Agonising there, but good run there from Ranger. He checked inside and then went on the outside to try and get on the end of that Lobjoit pass, but unfortunately that trickled wide for a goal kick, and Real have got an opportunity to get the ball back in play.
There's a chance here for Rail Bedford to go forward, and he's onside the player, and Alexander comes out again and clears well. It's something you don't really associate with goalkeepers of that size of Jayton Alexander, as Bedford come down, Rail Bedford come down the right-hand side. Still Chun, first attack for them, put in low, and well down by Jason Alexander. Yeah, I mean, you look at Jason Alexander, he's what, all of 6'6", 6'7", probably more. He's really quick off his line 2 times in this game. Good connections on it, and then was down quickly there as well to smother the cross. So certainly a stroke of luck that he became available when the injury to Paul White happened, because I think Jason Alexander's come in and done expertly, and maybe, I mean, I don't know the inner working. Maybe Holyhead might have a bit of a headache when White's healed.
Ball's played forward again, and Alexander comes out and heads that ball against the referee's assistant there, who frankly almost trapped that and brought it down on his left foot, but it's gone out for a throw in at the far side.
Wasted out on the line there, the lino. Great touch.
He's got a future, is what I'd say. But Rail coming forward again on the edge of the apex of the 18-yard box. Great challenge there by Van Hodge, but still inside. And a heavy touch there from the Rail Bedford number 7, Setchell. He could have unleashed a shot there inside the 18-yard box, but didn't get opportunity, thankfully, for the Kettering defence. I think that's one of the issues with the 3 at the back, isn't it? They are open a little bit, but
especially down the sides with the 3 at the back. That's where your danger areas are, especially if, as Kettering do, those wingers push further forward. You've got that back 3 who will cover the centre very well, but it's the wings that are the issue. And the only 2 Rail Bedford attacks so far have come down a wing, especially that right-hand side. So that is something to look at, especially if they're going to start getting some joy. But Kettering has dealt with it okay for the time being. It's taken sort of 9 minutes, but Rail Bedford are joining us in this game. But that's a loose touch from the centre half. Lobjoit comes in, Oppong working hard. He loses the ball, and here come Rail Bedford down the left-hand side this time, still going the number 11 Connor T. Checks back. Plays into the heavy ball, but well touched by the number 10, Stevens. Here comes the 8. Nice little interplay. Nutmegs Crowther, and then his ball is well too heavy. But via a deflection and a corner kick, the first one of the game. And it goes away of the home side, the Pirates. A little bit of housekeeping. The number 10, Ben Stevens for Rail Bedford, is not the former Kettering Ben Stevens, but the number 5, Sam Cartwright, is the former Kettering Sam Cartwright. So just a little bit of housekeeping. And the number 8, A. Jones, is just down on the team sheet as A. Jones. So apologies, don't know his first name. In comes the corner. Alexander, big frame, punches well away. Here's T. T down the right-hand side. There's a lot of space for a cross to come in. Back to the edge of the box, left-footed. Reversed pass down the line again. Right-footed in. That's well overhit. Far too overhit. And out for a throw-in for the the away side.
I think one player that will not feature for Kettering this season is Lewis White. For those that are aware, he has left Kettering Town and has appeared on the first team T-shirt at team sheet even at Spalding today. So we can look forward to seeing him back at Latimer Park, but he'll be wearing different colours. But in the meantime, headed forward by T, headed back. Opong doesn't get the ball. T plays it out to number 7. They're trying to get in. Richardson comes inside number 8. He's going to shoot. Or ricochets there off a Kettering defender. Comes out to T on the 18-yard box. Cuts it back in. Has a shot. Great save. That was a superb save there from Jason Alexander going down to his right-hand side. And as Ed mentioned earlier, he's got a big frame to get down to that. But a great save, Ed.
Yeah, certainly a tall man getting down very quickly. But Real Bedford have started to get into this game now in the last 3 or 4 minutes. They've had a bit of a slow start. They weathered the earlier storm, and now Bedford are starting to look a little bit dangerous. We're just waiting for a ball to be returned.
New balls.
I don't know. I think we're waiting for the original to be returned. There is a sort of a field area behind it, so it must be somewhere. There it is.
Yeah, it's coming out now. It's a sort of scrubland, really. There's nothing on it.
There's loads of room for development, though, if you so desired to. Here we go. So right-footed, the corner will come in. The last one punched away by Alexander. In it comes. This one is right under Alexander, and he collects well high above everyone else and holds onto the ball, waiting for options. He kicks right-footed out to Opong. I think he's overhit that. Connor T brings it down well and plays it nicely to McGregor. McGregor's clearance bounces off Opong for a throw-in, and there was a sharp intake of breath from everyone here. Throw in, though, for the home side. Number 4 for the Pirates, Davies, throws it back. That header's a bit soft, and Lobjoit gets in the way. And he's still got the ball, Leon Lobjoit, left-footed, puts one in. It's a goal! I don't know whether it's by a deflection or not, but Leon Lobjoit, left-footed, curls one into the far corner off the post. It was a poor, soft header from the Real Bedford backline, which allowed him in. He got a bit of luck as he bundled his way through a couple of players. But the finish struck in off the far post. And the Poppies take the lead after, what have we got?
13 minutes.
13 minutes.
In the 12th minute anyway, he scored. But certainly a bit of a mess there from McGregor kicking the ball out originally. Ball was won back and Lobjoit managed to get the ball in. Came down the right-hand side on the 18-yard box. Beat 1. Beat 2, came in on his left foot and curled an absolute perler onto the right hand, outstretched right hand of McGregor. He just couldn't get it, and it ricocheted off the far post into the goal. It's Poppies 1-0 away from home against the Pirates here at Ledger Park.
Yeah, that was. You alluded to there. It was really a goal of Real Bedford's own making there. The clearance out from the keeper wasn't great, which allowed the throw in. And then the header from the centre half was so weak that they've looked. I've done that a couple of times in this first half. That back line, actually, you sort of panic a little bit if you were a Real Bedford fan watching them, and they have now been punished for it at a time where Bedford were getting into this game, were massively starting to put pressure on that Kettering defence.
True, Ed, definitely. They've started again here. Davis just taking the throw in about halfway into the Kettering half on the left-hand side. We're trying to avoid any pirate references like making the keeper walk the plank, etc. But let's see what they can do. He comes across to number 10. He cuts inside his left foot, plays it forward, cleared out by Forsyth on the 18-yard box. And Richardson plays it, heads it forward to Barker. Barker plays it back. Lewis couldn't get the ball out there quick enough, but intercepted there by Ward. And it goes out for a throw-in just in front of the Kettering Town bench. It looks like there's more people on the bench at Kettering than there is on the pitch. They're all packed into a relatively small area, but Simon Hollyhead and Elijah, the assistant manager there, are both up on their feet. And Shani encouragement. Intercepted well by Richardson. Ball goes forward again. It's played up and out for a Kettering throw right at the far side there, Evans. And number 9 has been pretty sprightly in this first half. Try to get an interception, but that goes out, and it's in the hands of Will Glennon right on the far side there. Looking to try and get the ball forward. As he does, throws it up to Ranger. Ranger heads inside. Picked up well and played forward there by Jones. Forsyth in the way there. That's got to be a foul. Yeah, the Rail defender went straight through Alfie Lewis there, just inside the Kettering half. 3 or 4 yards just beside the central circle there. And Lewis plays it out to Crowther. Plays it forward to Brandon Barker inside the Thanodge on the centre circle, out to Lewis. Looking just to probing. It's going out to Ranger. Ranger turns. Can't get the ball back, but he does. He gets it out. Lovejoy picks it up. Looking for some support. He's got 2 players on him. Crowther picks it up. Comes inside. Plays it out to Lewis. Lewis with another ball out to Barker. Barker can't control it. Thanodge picks the ball up. Puts it out to Stanley on the far side, the left-hand side. He's into the 18-yard box. Plays it across to the area. Lovejoy with a shot. Ranger, picked off his toe there. And the ball's still in play. Stanley's managed to get it back. He's got no support. He's got his back to goal. Plays it out to Barker. Barker comes to the 18-yard box, puts it across, and then he'll go straight out for a goal kick.
Yeah, another little moment of panic there in the Royal Bedford defence, but got away with that one. Kettering are just starting to find some joy. Lovejoy growing into this game. Of course, he did play against Royston and then has had that little knock that has kept him out of playing for the last couple of games, but fit enough to go back into the starting lineup today and got a goal and is looking good for it as well. 17 minutes gone here at Ledger Park, 1-0 to the Poppies. As they have fired the first warning shot across the bow of the Pirates.
I like that, Ed. Well done, sir.
That header forward is well marshalled by Crowther, who eventually ends up having to play it out for a home throw-in. Tried to play that off Connerty, but it didn't work. And there's a chance now for the Pirates to get one in the box. Put it low, cleared away by Crowther. It will be picked up by Rail Bedford. They played it back to the number 2, Richardson, who turns nicely and looks for options through the middle. It's a nice pass, but crowded out, and Thanodge comes away with it into the feet of Ranger. Ranger tries to flick one around the corner, and it falls to the 17, Ward. His pass overhit. And it's with the Kettering bench. It's the first time I've actually looked at the Kettering bench. It's quite full.
It is. I think they've got everybody. There must be at least 9 or 10 people squashed into that, all gesturing, all giving instructions, all at the same time. But nevertheless,
of course, if you've not seen it on the website, we haven't officially announced it, but it is on there. You may notice a familiar face in the Kettering dugouts. One of the first team coaches, assistant coach, I think his name is. We'll hold that for a second, actually, as Rail Bedford come down the right-hand side. The home side, he's offside anyway. It's a lovely pass, but he was offside. It would have been a beautiful goal, but offside is the shout. Former Poppies player, now one of the assistant coaches, Nathan Kubu, is on the Poppies bench, and he stands out purely because of the fact he's about 7 foot tall and about 7 foot wide. And I don't mean that as in he's had a good Christmas. I mean that as in he spends every waking minute of the day in the gym. He's a big old unit, and he's been brought in obviously as the ball's been headed back to the Bedford goalkeeper. He's been brought in for his coaching ability, but I think also partially security, because if I was an opposition manager, I'm not having a go at the Kettering bench knowing Booth is sat there.
No way.
He's a big old unit as Rail Bedford play the ball forward. It's well overhit, far too overhit. And a goal kick it will be to the Poppies. Just under 20 minutes gone then. And it is the Poppies who take the lead through a 13th minute Leon Lovejoy strike from the edge of the area, which bounced in off the far post, left-footed. Since then, it's been a relatively even game in the last 7 minutes or so. Ranger chests the ball down to Lewis. Lewis to Glennon. Glennon, it's a little lost for options. May go back to Lewis. In fact, he's switched it all the way over to Crowther, who lets the ball take 2 bounces before he plays onto his right foot. And low, that's poor from Crowther. Played it straight to Richardson in the centre of the park. And here's Connerty on the left-hand side. Yeah. And Crowther will probably go in the book because he's tried to make up for his own mistake. His pass went awry, and in his attempt to try and make up for it, he went steaming through Connor T for a free kick for the Pirates in a dangerous area, and he quite rightly gets booked the Kettering number 5. And this is a dangerous area.
Certainly is, Ed. I think that was unfortunate there. I think Crowder's getting a little bit frustrated generally. The sort of the play hasn't really gone his way. A couple of throw-ins that he thought he should have won, he didn't get. And certainly Connor T, who's a small number 11 winger, is causing him all sorts of problems down this left-hand side at the moment. But Real Bedford have got a free kick. About 6-7 yards outside the 18-yard box. It goes to Connor T to get a shot in, which he does. Oh, all the way through there. And it was dummied by Real number 9, and it went straight through. How Jason Alexander saw that at the last minute, I do not know, but he stuck out his left hand, and that's gone out for a corner. But that was another superb save. That's 2 in 2 savings for Alexander.
That's a hell of a save as well, by the way. It's not as flashy as a top corner one, but he saw that so late, and up until the Real Bedford player dummied it, he thought he was getting a touch on it as well. So the reaction time was incredible from the Kettering shot stopper. In comes the corner, lots of missing. There's a free man at the back post, headed across, dropped by Alexander under pressure from his own player, Ranger, and Kettering get the ball away. Flicked on, but there's a chance here for Real Bedford to keep possession as they turn around and play it back to McGregor. I don't know what happened with the Kettering marking then, but there was a Real Bedford player at the back post completely unmarked who tried to head it goalwards, and then Ranger and Alexander got in each other's way. But it's worked, and Poppies can breathe a sigh of relief for a short time anyway, as Real Bedford look to control possession and move forward. They are keeping it with their back line at the moment. Here's Jack Davies. Now he's all the way over to the right and over the halfway line come the home side. Right on the right-hand touchline. Back to the halfway line. Now in centrally to Watkins, the captain. Back to Richardson. Richardson back out wide right. Nice interplay this from the home side. And they clip one down the line. Across comes Glennon to stick a toe in the way of Setchell's advances. He now has the ball in his hands for a throw-in, which he's going to leave for the number 17, Ward, to trot forward and take. Playing, I think, probably the right-back position there, Ward. Not overly sure. Here's Stephen, now back to Ward, and now on that far side again. Good work, and he goes towards the byline, and he's won a corner for the home side. No one has actually noticed because there's no reaction at all. Corner taken really short and really quickly, and Setchell's got loads of space. Put it in. No, onto the. I can't really describe that without being taken off air of Glennon. He gets the ball away. Great ball down the right hand side for Bedford again, though. Real Bedford into the area, right-footed Setchell. Great block by Glennon with his foot this time. And it's another corner as the Pirates start to ready the cannons and see whether they can start firing at the Poppies. I've got so many of these stored.
There's got to be this.
I'll play them all in the first 25 minutes.
Pace yourself, Ed. Pace yourself.
But here comes the corner again, right-footed, so it'll be an outswinger or it'll be clipped in. It is a swinger out away, cleared away by Lobjoit. Stanley with a man to pick the ball up. He's facing his own goal now under pressure. Has no outlets anywhere. Wonderfully turns it around the corner to Oppong. Oppong goes past his man and has a lot of green space in front of him, bursting down the right-hand side. Great challenge, is it? No, it's not. Well, the number 8, Jones, went through Oppong. The Bedford players are claiming he got the ball. I must admit, I did see him get a touch on the ball.
He cleared him out there, Ed. He absolutely
it's
cleared
whether the
him
referee feels. I don't know. To be fair, look, if it's the other way round, I'm going. It's a clean challenge. He's got the ball, but he did go in hard on Oppong. I don't wonder whether the referee's maybe just gone. He's. I don't know. I'm a Poppies fan. Why am I trying to justify this? It's a clear foul. Blatant. They should be off.
Quite frankly, I'm surprised he's still on. But no, the referee's got his notebook out. I think it'll be a yellow card. To be fair, and we have to be.
He did go in hard.
He did go in hard, but he did get a clip of the ball, but he did clear him out. He absolutely cleared him out there. And Oppong's still down. He's a fragile player at the best of times, Ed.
Yeah, it's one player that Kettering can't really afford to get injured. I mean, that front line is incredible as it is, and you have got options to replace him if he needs to come off. But I mean, the explosiveness that Opong has shown in the first 3 games and pre-season, but I mean
Yeah,
competitively. I
yeah.
mean, he's run some of these teams ragged, and I mean, quite frankly, he could leave now, and Kettering fans will always remember him for that goal at Royston.
Oh,
That was, I mean, it was
on its own, on its own.
the 94th minute. I'm thinking, don't shoot, don't shoot. And from 25, 30 yards out, sticking it into the top stanchion was one of the. I mean, it won't be beaten really. I mean, Glennon's going to feel hard done by because his free kick would have won goal of the season any season last week.
It was a pleasure.
It's
to
already
see
over,
that.
quite frankly. But here's the free kick from Kettering. It's Leon Lobjoit with it on the right hand side of the attack, left-footed. There's a one-man wall for Bedford. It'll be left-footed into the penalty area. Obong hobbles back towards the halfway line. There's again no one up for the home side. They're all inside their 18-yard box. Lobjoit puts it in towards the front post. He was looking maybe, I think, for the run of Glennon. It's easily cleared by the home side, and away they come. Again, trying to play their way out, but Brandon Barker's put a stop to that. Here's Crowther. Crowther lofts one in. Lobjoit hadn't quite got there, and away come the Pirates. He's onside the number 8, is he? He is. Good tackle by Glennon. Really good boot in the way by Glennon, and Thanoj towards Lobjoit. Lobjoit brings it down, doesn't keep it under control, but does manage to win a throw-in.
He does indeed there, and Opong looks like he's up on his both of his legs, of which he still has them after that tackle.
What you're telling me is he's not got a peg leg.
Oh, loving it, lovely. No, he's no, he won't need to walk the plank on that one. He's going to be fine. And like the number 8 who did, he got booked. A. Jones.
Here's on the left-hand side, Stanley facing up. He goes towards the byline, beats his man, left-footed in, drags it back to. There were 4 sort of blue shirts there. He's managed to find the only yellow one. Cleared away for a Kettering throw in on the far side, on the far left, that is. Kettering kicking from left to right as we look. Glennon in, his ball is cleared away, only as far as Alfie Lewis. Lewis alongside him to Thanoj. Thanoj to Lobjoit. Lobjoit back to Thanoj. Thanoj to Lobjoit again. He's tackled well, but only to Thanoj. Thanoj played the ball through to Opong. Great touch. That is a brilliant touch from Connor T. He's facing his own goal in his own 18-yard box.
Absolutely.
And he's chopped it behind him and Opong and kept the ball and won the free kick.
That's a triple performance right there from him. He's having a great game, to be fair. I'm also loving some of the comments that are coming in. Pieces of 8 is another one we're going to try and to squeeze in here. And thanks for everybody that's joining us from various different parts of the world, all the way from the Isle of Wight, where Rooster 13 is, and also Alfie, who's in the Norwegian fjords. I'm sure he's looking for pirates up there as well.
We've got Bridlington. Where else? We've got Lossiemouth. Wisconsin.
Sean's there, yeah.
Chichester's far. Wisconsin, I think, might be the furthest so far. If you are further than Wisconsin, do let us know.
Yeah. I think they're all ports. There seems to be a bit of a nautical theme to be able to coming up a little bit here. Maybe not.
Good, yeah.
Just probably not so much. But anyway.
Well, Bedford, since the goal, have looked better. But Poppies are still trying to keep the momentum with them. An early goal, 13 minutes in. And since then, it seems like Royal Bedford have caught the breeze and have the wind in their sails as they play one down the line. But it's too much wind in the sails of that one. It's overhit for a goal kick.
It does indeed. 29 minutes. We're in the 30th minute now here at Leisure Park. So the ground itself is actually open. We've got one major stand where we are. And then we've got a couple of smaller ones to our left, which are covered.
It reminds me very much, and I mean this in no disrespect at all, by the way, of Latimer Park when we first joined. You've got this stand here, and you've got a little stand to the left as well, and the rest of it's very open, surrounded by trees.
Yeah.
So
yes,
it's very much a work in progress, and they have done very well. Bedford, as that ball goes long, he's going to be offside.
Yeah, certainly.
The official on this near side was itching to get his flag up. The referee today, incidentally, is Jamie Stevenson, who's had a very good opening half an hour. His assistants, William Doyle and David Morrison. As Rail Bedford bring the ball away on this left-hand side with Stevens. Stevens right-footed looking for Connor T. May keep that in, Connor T. He has down by the corner flag. Crowder's with him. Doesn't get there. Here's the 2. Ball in has missed everyone to Alexander. And I heard what you said under your breath there, and I do agree there, Doug. Crowther doesn't appear to be dealing with T comfortably.
No, and he needs to. We're playing 3 at the back. Both of their wingers, if you like, Setchell and T, have got a fair pace between them, and we've got to be very careful around that. And they do like to play intricate 1-2s and triangles on the edge of the area, which isn't helping our back 3 at all. But Crowther's got the ball, plays it inside to Alfie Lewis under pressure, turns beautifully. He's held back, but that'll be a foul.
I think June Whitehouse has just won the furthest listening competition, Queensland, Australia.
Well, I think, yeah, we'd like to hear
Not many places
that.
on this planet that are further away than Queensland, Australia.
Yes.
If you do think you are, then firstly, how have you got internet connection? And secondly, listen to let us know. Throw in for the home side on this near side, as Oppong couldn't keep the ball under pressure. That ball has been thrown back to the former Poppy, Sam Cartwright. Yep. And now it's with Shaheem Ward on the right-hand side. And over the halfway line he goes. Turns back and plays inside for number 9, whose touch is heavy. And brought away by Lewis back to Alexander. Alexander then with time. Right-footed, plays to Crowther. Crowther goes long down the line. He had overhit that, and I'm not really sure who he's looking at there. Alpong was short, and Ranger was about 30 yards too far inland to be anywhere near that. Away we go anyway. Bedford switched the play early and are on the right-hand side in front of their own dugout. Contrasting dugout, isn't it? No one stood up from the home dugout at all. There's still encouragement, but everyone's sat down. You've got Simon and the assistant manager over there, Jake. Elijah, thank you. Should know that by now. Stood up discussing the game as Real Bedford playing possession football in their own half. Kettering sort of half pressing, not really committing too far forward anyone. As here comes Connor T, who is causing some real issues down this left-hand side. Left-footed in, missed by everyone. Well, a cynical man would say that the striker there should be putting it in the back of the net. The striker will say, probably quite rightly, that he was on the stretch and he was falling as he hit it. It was a wonderful ball in from Connor Teague. It took one bounce and there was the Real Bedford man, the number 8, Jones, stretching for it on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it spooned it over the bar. First real, well, it's not the first real chance. No, Alexander's made some good saves, but the first one that you think probably should have been a goal.
That should be 1-1 all day long there, Ed. You're absolutely right. How he missed that, I do not know, but he managed to get it out from the up and over the bar in the 6-yard box. Lovely cross from Connor T. And Bedford are beginning to apply a little bit of pressure here. Just a bit of controlled possession in their own half head, and then they just unleash T, who then causes some problems for us.
Paraflak has just mentioned to us, first team in the division to 10 goals. You'll never sing that. There we are. As Real Bedford have, again, they are, now they try and play this possession football, but
good.
They do come forward and lose the ball. Barker is free. Good challenge. Really good tackle by Richardson to stop Barker bearing down on goal. But that's a few times now. They played nice interplay between their back line. And then the moment they come forward, they lose the ball. And they've done it again. Here's Thanoj. Thanoj looking for options. He goes back out to his left to Lewis. Lewis to Barker. Barker turns back to Lewis. Lewis again to Barker, just playing football amongst themselves at the minute. Still kicking between themselves. Lewis then clears the ball back towards Forsyth. Forsyth with the ball again, plays it low to Lobjoy. He gets a lovely touch in the way, and Kettering, I think, get away with that one because it was violently underhit by Forsyth, but you carry on, and here's Lewis. Now Barker, now Lewis, now Stanley on the left-hand side. Stanley bearing down back into Lewis. Alfie Lewis tries to play it into Ranger. He's blocked away, and the Pirates keep possession of the ball. With Cartwright now all the way over to Ward. Ward in the middle to Watkins, the captain, back to Ward, back to the captain again. Again, interplay between the back line of Bedford. Kettering, I think, have realised they don't need to press that violently, this back line, because they are giving chances for Kettering to intercept without needing to really press that highly. As Ranger again just allows Cartwright to play that ball wide right. Here's Ward. Ward bursting into the centre to Richardson, the number 2, plays a long ball down the line, headed away by Stanley. Thanodge is the man with it and tries to play an Oppong. It's a good ball. Oppong still going. He's got the right side of T. Oppong chops back on into the left foot. Tries a shot. Oh, dearie me. Flashes it well wide. He, think he was replaying Royston in his mind then as he cut back in on his left, but didn't get the connection on it. And it was bending, but I mean, it would have had to bend another 7 or 8 degrees.
Significantly, yeah, absolutely. With a fair wind on the port side, that might have gone in, but Real are beginning now to get the ball back. Intercepted by Thanodge, who's having a good game in midfield. Just 1-2s with Ranger. Lewis plays it out to Glennon. Just outside to Stanley on the far side. Played inside to Ranger. Ranger into Barker. Barker trying to go forward there, but he's tackled. Unfortunate, really, there from Richardson. He's having a good game for Real, you know, irrespective of the headband faux pas that he's got. But nevertheless, that doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. He's given a free kick away to Kettering just outside the centre circle as the ball goes out to Connor Stanley. He's had some useful attacks down that side, but it comes across here to Crowther on the right-hand side. Looking to go long all the way back out to Stanley. He'll never get that, and he's about 4'4", and that's no chance up against a 6-footer from Real Bedford there.
Yeah, I think Kettering are showing they have a preference to attack down the right-hand side, but I mean, Stanley, when he's looked interested on that left, has caused some issues. I mean, any team doing their homework knows that Oppong is a real issue on this right-hand side. There's Bedford again playing amongst their back line. Here's Ward now out to the right-hand side in front of their dugout. Right on that right-hand touchline, still in their own half, but breaking centrally now. Back with Cartwright and now to Stevens. Out to Ward. Ward still in his own half, then goes long looking for the run of Setchell, but he's overhit that. And Alexander allows that one to roll into the penalty area, and he's in no rush to do anything with this, as eventually Evans goes forward to put some pressure on him. And then he bowls to Will Glennon, who opened his account last week with a thunderstruck of a free kick about 30 yards out. Crowther locks it to Thanodge. Thanodge brings it down, plays it short to Lobjoit. Back to Thanodge, back to Lobjoit, who wasn't aware. And that's possession lost. Referee says no free kick as Thanodge nutmegs the Real Bedford player. And now it's out to the left to Stanley. Stanley coming centrally, then back out wide again. He's got Setchell for company. He goes past Setchell, left-footed. He's overhit that one, has he? Headed away by Connor T. To Crowther. Crowther takes one touch into Lewis. Alfie Lewis out to Oppong. Oppong looking for an option to get past his man. He doesn't. It's well defended again by Connor T, who has the ball at his feet. Plays backwards, and Bedford go back into their usual rhythm of playing it around their back line, but they've played really well forward. Nice little 1 and 2 touch forward. But again, Connor T, when they go forward, Bedford, they've given the ball away, Real Bedford. Here's Thanodge. Thanodge looks a bit lost at the minute as he's got no options. Turns well, finds Lewis. Lewis to Lobjoit. It's under hit, and here comes Real Bedford on the counter-attack, put forward to the run of Evans. Evans will get there. He's been faced up by Forsyth. Still cutting forward, well recovered by Alfie Lewis, whose mistake it was, but he's given another mistake and recovered again. That's 2 mistakes and 2 recoveries from the young midfielder. I call him a young midfielder. I mean, everyone's young.
Everybody's young, but it's fine. He is. So I think he'll take that head.
My good deed of the done. Good deed of the day done. Glennon then has the ball at his feet. No one looks in any way interested in playing. There we go. He plays it forward to Stanley. Stanley into Barker. Barker to Lewis. Lewis lets it run and plays right to Crowther, who has to retreat to get it. Then shifts forward. Feet to Lobjoit. Lobjoit tried to go down the line, is faced backwards though. Good work by Hutchinson, forces Lobjoit to play across the line to Glennon. Glennon to Barker. Barker into Lewis. Good pass from Barker. And Lewis then plays left to Stanley. Stanley on the left-hand side, bursting towards the byline again. Does well. Doesn't go out for a corner, nor did it get a free kick. Stanley, we're a long way away from it. It looked quite theatrical from here.
I think so. If it was Olympic diving, I think he'd be up in the 9s there easily. But as you say, Ed, I think I was just a bit unfortunate there for them. But a neat attack, well constructed, and they're putting some good passes together, Ed.
Yeah, both teams are playing some good football and then making some silly mistakes. It's well, whether you'd call that good quality football or bad quality football. But here comes Kettering. Granger with his back to goal, halfway inside the Royal Bedford half, plays it back to Crowther. Across the halfway line to Glennon, which gets an applause from Simon Hollyhead. Lewis, now with Stanley, again on that left-hand side, back to Lewis, goes into Thanodge. Thanodge rolls and goes to Crowther on the right. Crowther may try a shot here. He doesn't. He plays it into Lobjoit, who was nowhere near it. But again, a poor clearance from Bedford, and Crowther has the ball again. Ranger, facing the wrong way, plays back to Lewis. Lewis thought about playing through to Stanley, doesn't, turns back to Thanodge. Thanodge to Barker on the right-hand side. He's popped up now. Back into Thanodge, centre of Royal Bedford's territory. Now back to Barker on the right-hand side again. Back to Thanodge in the centre. And he may now go further left to Lewis, which he does. Alfie Lewis to Ranger. Lewis is, well, thought he was fouled, and then I imagine he may get booked for that. And if he doesn't, he's very lucky because Lewis thought he was fouled. The referee gave nothing. And as Bedford went to play out, he sort of just threw his arm at the ball to stop the counter-attack. And I'll be honest, I'm quite surprised that the referee's not, at the very least, had a word with him.
I thought, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a booking all day long, that. That's a handball, even though he was lying prostrate on the edge of the Real Bedford 18-yard box.
And Bedford with that interplay around their back line, waiting for an option to go forward. Patient build-up play with Cartwright in the centre of that defence, out left to the number 4, Davies. Here's T. T in the middle to Richardson, who floats it down the line to Jones. Jones has T in a company, which he does. Put in. Corner ball it will be. Handball shouts from Real Bedford. I think it probably did strike a hand of Oppong, but again, there's not a lot he can do with it when he's sliding in like that. So at close range. So corner it will be. And Connaughty, who was, I think, it was safe to say probably Real Bedford's man of the match so far, played the ball out to the corner spot where Ben Stevens will take it.
Indeed so. And you're listening to Poppy's Media, wherever you are in the world, brought to you by El Goods Brewery. And thank you, Marcus, for the support and for everybody listening so far as we have Ben Stevens looking to take the corner here for Real Bedford to our left. It's going to go long, which it does, and it's cleared out. So that was gone to hit out by Alfie Lewis. Glennon gets ahead, but only as far as the number 10 is going to come inside. He's in the 18-yard box. Going to get a ball across. It's blocked by Glennon. Still not ball gone out yet, though. He's played it out to Connaughty, who tries a shot. Speculative shot there. I don't think he actually meant that. But,
I don't think he did at all.
But Alexander had to be on his guard there because he was expecting a cross. And he's just about to clear this, I think. No, he plays it short to Crowther. Crowther's got to get rid of it, which he does. Lovely ball inside the Thanodge. Out to Barker on the far side. Just coming up now. Just just into added time here in the first half at Ledger Park.
The
Ledger
board's gone
Stadium.
up. I don't know how long we're going to have, but that is 45 on the clock.
It is 45.
The referee assistant has just signalled to the home bench how much has been added. We'll wait to see as the ball goes forward for Barker, who's onside, but cleared away by Cartwright before it could get to him. And Rail Bedford clear away, flicked on by the number 9, Evans. Glennon under control back to Forsyth, back to Alexander, to Glennon, who turns out under pressure, and he's given the ball straight away to Hutchinson as Rail Bedford come down the right-hand side again. Glennon's beaten, and a chance right on half-time. Should be a goal, well blocked by Lewis. Alfie Lewis, the only thing stopping between Rail Bedford equalising, a wonderful block, but that's a wake-up call as Niall Ranger picks up the ball on the halfway line. He has absolutely no options at all. Keeps the ball to Lewis. I think it was Lewis. It might have been Crowther. I'm not sure, actually.
It could have been. I think it was Lewis, to be honest, that was head there, but you did well there, Ed. It should have been 2-1. Should have been 2-1 all day long.
2-1?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I think that.
To be fair, given the chances, I do agree.
They've had 2 absolute stonewallers here and missed both of them.
Is the number 8, Jones, finishing the half strong. Rail Bedford playing some nice football when it's clicking for them. It's certainly quite high catching, but that's cut out by Forsyth. Here's Barker. I think the board did go up, but I didn't see it. So here's Barker. Barker doing well. He is fouled.
That's got to be a booking, ref.
Dragged back. The referee says no booking and allows the play to just be a free kick. I gather Bedford's goalie is marooned. Very good. Very good, GC.
Oh, loving it.
Sort of thing we like to see. That is the level of comment that we expect. Must have been 2 minutes added on because there is the half-time whistle. And the Poppies go in 1-0 up thanks to a 13th minute strike from Leon Lobjoit, putting the Poppies ahead. Since then, you have to say that Rail Bedford have looked relatively good. They played some eye-catching football and have caused some issues for the Poppies on chances created, as Doug said not long ago. It probably could be 2-1 to the home side, but not quite. And it is still the Poppies leading on 45. So we're going to take a little break at the minute and hopefully listen to some of the incredible music that's being played. But it is half-time here at Ledger Stadium. And it's Kettering Town 1, Rail Bedford 0.
Welcome back to the Ledger Stadium here. Just after the halftime break, we've still got some excellent rock music here, which they're just about to turn down a little bit here, so we can you can hear us again. Can't see any changes at the moment, Ed. I don't can't see too many.
No, it looks like we are as we started, which is probably the right thing for both teams. I can't see any real sort of issues. Oh no, that is Wes York coming out though, isn't
York
it?
is on.
And I don't see Eddie Oppong out there.
No, I think you're right. I think that's looks like a fairly straight swap, although Wes can play in many areas, but I think that's the case.
Must be that knock that he took from that heavy challenge, because you're not bringing Eddie Oppong off if he's fit and 100%. So you can only think that Oppong's got a bit of a knock. And is that Shane Flynn coming on as well?
Flynn, that's definitely Shane Flynn there, which
so
is
we've gone from no changes to there's two.
So there's five for
Flynn
Crowther. Crowther's off, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not Crowther. It was Flynn for Oppong. And I've not seen the second one. And Barker off for York.
Barker off for York.
Flynn and Barker on. Sorry, apologies. Flynn and York on. Barker and Oppong off at half time.
Correct.
So there's two changes by the Poppies early on. And it's going to be Rail Bedford to get us underway for the second half. They'll be kicking from left to right as we look. And away we go for the second half. Is back into their usual rhythm here of playing amongst the back line, Rail Bedford. Looking for that opening. So it's nice. It's quite attractive football. But it has let them down a couple of times in that first half. It hasn't let them down there. It has, in fact, as Stanley nicks the ball away. Still going Connor Stanley. Back to York. It's behind him. And York goes back to Crowther. Crowther to York. Crowther again. Lobjoit needs an option. Shovels it to Lewis, to Thanodge, and then left-footed out to Flynn. Here's Flynn down the left-hand side. In the middle to Niall Ranger. Ranger to Connor Stanley. Stanley going towards that byline again. Still going. He's overhit that. And it's going to be out for a goal kick. Disappointing a little bit for Stanley. He was being faced up by two defenders, but really too far overhit from him. And he would have liked to trouble someone with a cross into the penalty area.
I'd hope so. Just a couple of scores from half-time. Barwell and Alvechurch 1-1. Bromsgrove 1-0 down against Needham Market. Harbour 1-0 up against St Ives. And Royston 1-0 up against Banbury. Stamford continue their poor start to the season. They're 1-0 down against Hales Owen. And Stratford and Bishop Stortford are 0-0. There are a couple of others, but those are the main ones.
As Royal Bedford look to attack, Lobjoit trying his hardest to stop that, and in fact it's been given away. Forsyth to Lobjoit, back to Crowther. Crowther looks long to Ranger. Ranger nods it down, looking for Lobjoit. Lobjoit does get there, but I think he's going to be outpaced by Connerty, and then he in fact fouls Connerty. And Royal Bedford will keep possession. Yeah, Stamford's an interesting one. I mean, they've not had the easiest start to the season, but
no,
I mean, it's not a great start at all for them as Royal Bedford look for their equaliser, and it goes. Setchell has outpaced the number 3 Flynn, and across comes Glennon. Really good defensive play by the tall Will Glennon, and he may have actually hurt Setchell here. He's still down. Kettering will play on. Here's Flynn. Flynn back to Glennon. Glennon to Thanodge, and Kettering being asked whether they want to put the ball out. And they will, because Setchell has gone down and hasn't really moved since. He's lying down, and of course on come the medical team of the home side.
It's good that they've got 2 medical people immediately running to him, which is brilliant. One of the other things just on there, just looking at some of the other scores, this season's surprise package, although if you've seen them at all last season, Corn are winning 2-0 at the moment away, and they're a really good team. They've played some fantastic football to come up this season, and I think there'll be a surprise package as they go up. They're in 4th in the table at the moment with 10 points so far, and it's going to be interesting. I know Real came up as well, and they're not a bad side as they all run over to the away dugout to get some instructions. But there are some good sides that have come up, and I'm surprised at Needham Market, to be fair.
I mean, it feels like we say this every season, but the quality in the football pyramid at the moment is ridiculous. I mean, you've got the conference, which is effectively League 3.
Yeah,
it's the football league now. You look at the teams in there, the quality, and which means that the teams that are getting relegated from that into the Conference North and South are, effectively ex-league and established conference teams.
Yes,
and then you've got this league, which is, okay, it's not ex-league clubs really in it, but this league is sort of becoming the best of the rest league, isn't it? The teams are finding it difficult to go up and make it stick.
Yeah.
Such as the quality above. So, that's the challenge really. I don't think the challenge really is getting out from this league, although it is difficult. It's making sure you go up and stay there, because it's a really tough league. I mean, you look at the teams in the Conference North. I was about to call it the Vanarama. It's not the Vanarama now, is it? What is it now?
It's not Enterprise or whatever it would be.
Oh, is it? It might be Enterprise,
actually. I think it might have been. I don't know, but they've changed their sponsorship.
It's a horrible league.
Yeah, you're totally right, Ed.
And I sympathise with teams going into the North because, and they won't like me saying it, and I mean no disrespect, the South is a much easier league than the North.
Yeah,
it always has been.
Always has been. Yeah,
South is a much easier league than the North.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're back underway now. Setchell is just off the pitch. He's recovered from his scurvy, and he's back on the pitch now. He's just come back on. And Glennon, who actually put him on the touchline there with a fantastic last-minute tackle there, has just played the ball forward. And York loses the ball on the far side, intercepted by Thanodge, who, for me, is having a fantastic game in that centre midfield role. Intelligent passing, good distribution, and fantastic interception as well. It goes to Lewis, checks inside on the centre circle, looking for some support, plays a far, stroking long ball out to see if he can try and get York going, which he does. York is down by the byline, gets an early ball in there, Rangers in the middle. Oh no, Lobot had the header there. It was a free header. He was on his own there in the middle there, but he put it well over McGregor's goal, and no real threat to the stanchions there.
Whether Lobjoit really realised he had as much time as he did.
Fair.
He didn't have enough time to bring it down, but he sort of jumped to head the ball, and I reckon if he'd have taken a look around, he probably could have realised he could have taken a step back and got a lot more purchase on it than he needed to. Well done by Flynn, but hasn't still got the ball, and Flynn cuts it out again. Thanodge can't win the ball. and Real Bedford play long over to the left to to anyone.
I think
I've seen a ghost ship over
Oh,
there.
oh, please. Yes, indeed.
No one there at all.
It certainly is a Mary Celeste out there. You're right, Ed. And definitely nobody around over there at all.
I was begging for one of these players to be Dutch.
Oh,
I had a great Flying Dutchman one. Furious.
oh, that's very
We have a
unfortunate.
Scot.
I'm sure we could work something in. I'm sure.
Oh, that's a train, though, isn't it? Anyway, Stanodge. The ball at his feet. Crowther hits long. There's no one chasing that for Kettering, and feels a little bit rushed and panicked by Kettering at the minute. Real Bedford seem to have settled into this second half a little bit easier than the Poppies have. Playing the ball along. It's a really poor pass, and Stanley's got all the time in the world to bear down and go right-footed. Can't keep the ball. Shot! Oh, what a goal, Alfie Lewis! Really good finish. It yet again came from a mistake from the Real Bedford defence. Connor Stanley pounced on it, lost the ball. It fell to Lewis on the left-hand side of the penalty area, and he strokes the ball into the far corner. Really nice finish. And the Poppies go 2-0 up after a really good start to the half from the home side.
They do indeed. Another defensive error, as you mentioned there, Ed, but actually well taken. I thought Connor Stanley, who managed to get the ball, got into the 18-yard box, tried to come in on his left foot, but got trapped. The ball span out there to the left-hand side for Alfie Lewis there to curl the ball into the left-hand corner, and a beautiful goal, well taken. And I think that's been one of the hallmarks, I think we can say, of the Poppies in the game. They've actually, when they've had an opportunity on goal, they've actually taken them very well. We've had one shot from Lobjot. I went a bit askew, but apart from that, and Oppong in the first half, but apart from that, they've been excellent when it comes to that. So really, really good play. And I think that hopefully should be the end of the game here. But we've only got 54 minutes gone. So let's see how we go. Real just trying to start again, trying some intricate passing here, but Stanley's in there as well. Oh, brilliant feet there from Stanley. Just kills it down, back to him again, looking to get the ball out. Well played. The long raking ball out to Wes York, who traps the ball. He's under pressure. Plays it down inside, passes Crowther, and Lobjot just trying to push Richardson back again. But it's just the play out from the back from Real has been their downfall at the moment. When they do become under pressure, they try and get all 10 men behind the ball. Oh, that's a lunge there from Real Bedford right in front of the away dugout there, and nobody's happy about that. No player reaction, but all 16 people on the Kettering bench got up there in unison, and the referees handed out a booking, and that's a red card. I think that's the second one, but I think that. Well, I'll be interested in Richardson's coming to remonstrate with the referee there, but I think that's a red card. I think that's for a second offence.
Was it straight red? No,
I don't know. It might have just been a straight red. I mean, it's.
I must admit, I was looking at some other issues.
I think he might have just been a straight red. We're just trying to make sure who that player was. But I think that's number 8. I think he has already been booked. Yeah.
Well, it's a silly challenge to make on a yellow card, to be fair.
No, he has been booked. It's A. Jones. It's his second.
He got booked in the first half of the challenge on Oppong, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
So there can now be no complaints, because straight red you could make the challenge for, but I mean it's certainly at least a second yellow card. Certainly at least a second yellow card.
And it was, to be honest, it was completely, absolutely innocuous. There was no reason to make that. It's just on the halfway line. The ball was just going out. There was no issue from that. He just lunged straight in. And the referee, Jamie Stevenson, I think his name is, yes, indeed, did the right decision there. He had no choice, to be fair. Ball's played forward by Glennon. Is offside from Lodjot. Just as the attack there goes on to breaks down to an offside there, but certainly now Real have got to make some decisions and some changes. There's no movement on the bench at the moment, but they are down to 10 men here in the 57th minute. to see whether see what will happen from here as they proceed forward now with Davis right on the far side in front of the gantry. Certainly, but A. Jones, who's been made to walk the plank there with that red card, and so he heads off down to our right-hand side, down the tunnel. And we'll see what changes they want to make, Real. But they just hit the ball forward there to Evans, but Evans can't retain that, and it goes out for a Poppy's throw right on the far side. Just looking for some changes. Real are still playing 4 at the back. I think they'll go a 4-4-1 at the moment here, with Evans probably pushing up to see if they can get some attack. But the ball comes in, goes to Lobjop. He loses out to Richardson. Connerty plays it and out to Setchell. Setchell comes inside, picks the ball well. Fanoj again intercepts, doesn't manage to retain it. Lovely interplay there between Setchell and Richardson. Right on the halfway line now. Ball's played forward, and Flynn gets a foot in there just to intercept it from Ben Stevens. Real get a throw in. Lovely turn back to Setchell. Setchell plays it forward again. Number 10 just trying to get to the byline. Plays the ball, but well defended there by Flynn. Right down the right-hand side into the bottom corner here. They take the throw in. Richardson looks to go forward. He's 6'4" frame, plays it in. Evans can't control it. He gets another chance, but Lewis picks it out. Lob shot deep in his own half, plays it forward to see if he can get Nile Ranger going. Nile Ranger's one-on-one here, but he's intercepted there well by Sam Cartwright, who gets there before him. And Real retain the ball on the far side. Evans plays a Connerty, but intercepted well by Crowther. Fanoj plays a lovely lazy ball into Fanoj. Flynn plays it out to Stanley. Stanley retains the ball. He's gone to the 18-yard box. He comes inside. Can he get onto his right foot? Plays it across to Lewis, just on the edge of the area. He has to check. Plays it out to Flynn, who's hugging the touchline. He'll get a left foot crossing, which he does. That's cleared out into the air. And Stanley gets the ball, comes on his right foot. He'll have a shot here. He has a shot, but a good save down to his right-hand side from McGregor. Almost like a green fluorescent flash there. Gets down to his right-hand side and saves that right foot there from Stanley as a 10-man Real Bedford here. Yes, it was. To play it forward again. Richardson trying to get them going, but Glennon gets the ball, plays it back to Alexander, and plays it back to Crowther. Easy ball here for Kettering. They should be able to hold on now. But we've seen stranger things have happened, and Kettering will just try and retain the ball in their own half with Flynn and Fanoj in midfield. But it's at the moment, Ed, it's just keep ball at the moment.
Yeah, I mean 2-0 is a horrible lead to defend, but I mean with the opposition down to 10 men, well, there's an issue there. There's a danger here. Oh, the referee's given a free kick against the onrushing Crowther. And I'm not overly sure he's got that one right. The ball went straight through to the goalkeeper anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. There's a double substitution coming for Bedford now, but you say it's 2-0, 11v11. You're still wary. 2-0, 11v10. You can't afford to relax, but you can just a little bit. 6 for 14 is one of the substitutions. So that's Watkins, the captain, off, and Wayman on. And 9 for 19. So that's Joseph Evans, and being placed by Josh Allen, not the Detroit Lions quarterback. Sure, he's Detroit Lions, Josh Allen. He might not be actually now. Now I'm worrying about it. But if anyone knows NFL, who did Josh Allen? Who's Josh Allen the quarterback for? Gone.
So it will come back. I'm sure that one of our avid listeners will get to
worrying me a little bit is, I mean, again, we've still got a good half an hour of this game to go, but we're in charge picking the man of the match today. And right. I am starting already to get a little bit of cold sweats about it. I'm not sure who we choose it, but hopefully someone in the next half hour can be a standout candidate. York looking to be that man, although his pass is misplaced. Again, he recovers well. Where's York? Still going, puts the ball in, wins a corner. Is this becoming a case of a little bit of madness from Real Bedford? I mean, they're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah.
And every time they try and play out from the back, I mean, it's got to be a 50% success rate they've had at best.
Oh, totally. It seems to be a strange tactic. I suppose that's the way play to their philosophy, plays to their approach. But in the meantime, Kettering have got a corner right on the far side. Lobjot's going to take this. There's 6 or 7 players in there. It goes to the far post. Crowther gets a header there, and he should have done better. He's just cleared that about 3 foot past McGregor's right-hand post there. But Kettering playing a very high line, a high pressure again to pick up, as Ed was saying, to see if they can try and put a bit of pressure on Real Bedford, who play a good ball out to the far side. But Wes York, who's had a great game since he's come on there, as I say that, he's cleared it out into almost on the A6 there. But
the bird's nest up there. That's he's just panicked as that ball was flying towards it in that tree.
Yes, indeed. Well, the Bedford Town are eagles, and they're just beside us, and I'm sure there'll be a few endangered birds after that clearance. But
I mean, you joke. I mean, I've literally just seen the gap in the trees where it's gone, and that is the A6, isn't it?
That is.
Chance here for Real Bedford to make this interesting. They're going to win well, they're not going to win a corner. It's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick.
It was right in the area where our view's slightly obstructed by the heads of the fans that have lined the pitch. We don't have an attendance. I mean, it is heavily red and black.
Yes.
It has to be said.
Yeah.
I have heard, encouragement for Real Bedford, and I've seen the sort of flashes of yellow shirts around. But I mean, you have to say it's primarily Kettering fans. I wouldn't like to guess. I mean, we tipped into 4 figures.
I think we might. I think we might.
If it is, it's close.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the stands are relatively full, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
So I think you're probably not far off there.
Well, I don't know if we'll get one because there isn't actually a tannoy per se. There's a couple of speakers here that the music's been playing through, but no actual PA announcements have been made. So you have to keep your eyes peeled on socials for that one. We'll try and find out if we know.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Just as a recap for those that just come in late, they've A. Jones from Real Bedford, him of known first name, has been sent off.
Chance as Lovejoy's on, it's skidded off the surface into the hands of McGregor. Sorry, carry on, Doug.
Just to pick up some of the comments there. So he's on. Ranger is still on and is playing well, and Ando is still injured. Just so that answer all the questions there.
Here's York. York probably should have laid it to the edge of the box for Lewis, but he puts it in. It stung the palms of the goalkeeper. Kettering fans asking for a back pass as the ball bounced off the midriff of Wayman. That bowl out's not great either, and Flynn, well, it's a throw-in for Bedford. Flynn slightly asking the question as to whether he was fouled as he went crashing into the advertising hoardings, but no. And Real Bedford get us back underway. They're on the left-hand side now as they attack. They're attacking from left to right. And again, nice interplay between the back line, but so far, the back line of Kettering this second half have yet to really have any heart-in-mouth moments. They had a couple in the first half, but here might be one as they come down the right-hand side. It's a number 14, Wayman. Wayman into the penalty area, puts one in low. Back post, underneath it, stabbed up. Has it got out of play? It has eventually. Stabbed at it at that back post and got right underneath. It was almost, it really was a pitching wedge, wasn't it?
It was
right
absolutely.
Up into the air. And, there's a few golfers I know around us who would be very proud of that pitching wedge action, I think. Whereas Kettering have the ball with Thanodge, cross the back line to Forsyth to Lewis. Lewis turns, looks forward, right-footed, plays a long ball looking for Stanley. It's under hit, though, and headed away by Ward. Ward to the number 7, back to Ward again. Good work from him, back to the 7, Setchell. Good interplay between those two, but haven't gained any yards yet. Now they have, as Ward breaks away down the right-hand side, gets it back. Really good football from Real Bedford. He turns back into the centre for the number 10, Stevens. Now with Setchell, Ward again. Triangles on this right-hand side. Fouled by the Kettering man. Lobjoit. It was dragged back Ward. And it will be a free kick. I'm not even going to pronounce that one. From somewhere in France. Buffalo Bills. Thank you. They play in light blue. Same thing.
They do. And yeah. And
Thank you, Jamie. Yes, Kettering in France. Do you want to attempt that pronunciation of the place name?
I'm not going to go there.
Well, we
but
won't now because Bedford are through, and
Ooh.
Glennon has cleared away again. He's certainly playing himself into a man of the match performance. Will Glennon, it has to be said. He's been very good. Following my League team is more difficult and less enjoyable. Who is your League team, Pierre? Hey.
Paul comes
Sorry,
in.
got soon. I not to do the old magicians. This is the name you were thinking of, but yes, Thanodge is certainly in there with the man of the match shouts. We'll get some advice, I think, from everyone else around us.
As always,
no rush.
We will canvass. We've got plenty of time yet. 68 minutes, plenty of time for a hat trick.
Well, loads of time left in this football game for Real Bedford to put something against the odds and mount a comeback charge. Certainly think if they can nick a goal in the next 15, 20 minutes or so, it would be, it really would put the cat amongst pigeons, or the monkey against the parrots. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, that's sort of, parrots.
Parrots
amongst the crows, whatever you want to do. But
same sort of thing. Good touch on the chest from Ranger as he played it to Lobjoy. Lobjoy as well, by the way, is a contender. Stanley plays the ball off Ward for a Kettering corner. I'd be interested to know who your League team is, Pierrick.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. And Josh Hines, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, as we know, was. Thank you for that clarification. And education and information is one of the hallmarks of what we do at Poppy's Media here.
If anything, we're the extended arm of the education sector. If you really think about it. Anyway, corner, left-footed, swinging away from the goalkeeper, missed by everyone and cleared away, well away by Real Bedford. It's Flynn on the halfway line, who good touch from him, plays wide right to Stanley, who's out there, right-footed, puts one in looking for Ranger. It's under hit up and away by Cartwright. Not really that far away, though, because Lobjoy is battling. Lobjoy has won the ball back. Battling his way through. Lobjoy is caught late. And the referee may want a little word. I don't think it'll be a free kick because it's unfortunate from the Real Bedford man. Lobjoy just nipped in the way.
It's unfortunate there. I think he did a bit of he got through one tackle and then as he was attempting a pirouette there.
The defender was very much, one of these things is going past me, either you or the ball.
Yeah,
it won't be both.
Definitely. But this is a really interesting replay. Could we have, Ed?
Absolutely no one has gone with Will Glennon for this free kick. Last week we saw a couple of people asking whether they could take it. Everyone has very much said to Will, no, you're all right. You go ahead.
Absolutely.
He scored from about 30 yards centrally last week. He's on the left-hand side this time. Shoots, goes again. Oh, the keeper's spilled it! And Lobjoy heads over the bar. The rebound. The Kettering fans want a penalty. They're never, ever, ever getting it. But he went again, keeper's side. It was spilled by McGregor. There could be a substitution here for the Poppies, and it might be. Who's that? Is that Jamal Loza?
It looks like Loza.
Interesting. Not being used yet because the ball is in play. It's with Ward on the right-hand side of Real Bedford. Setchell back to Ward. Now it goes over to the left. Is that need to be looking for that Connor T. Real Bedford have not used him enough this half. Here he is now. Not found him. I mean, first half, it was very much the tactic for Real Bedford should have been get the ball to Connor T. And let him do his thing. They've not found him enough in the second half, and Kettering have found it easier than they probably needed to. Here they come on the right hand side though. Here's Setchell being faced up by Flynn on the left foot. Got some space. Shoots. Great shot over the bar. Looked for all intent and purposes up until it went over the bar that it was going to nestle into the top corner, and at the last minute it rose. Alexander flung himself at it and over the bar it went, and it is going to be Niall Ranger who makes his exit from today's fixture. A good 71 minutes he's had. Not a goal today, but some good touches. It's going to be a double substitution. So Ranger for Loza straight away. That pushes York up front, does it? Or
I think he'll probably still play midfield and push Loza up. I think the next one.
And it's going to be...
so Finley Finn Corrigan.
Yeah, and Lobjoit, the opener from today, makes his way off the pitch to warm applause from around the ground from the Poppies fans. Leon Lobjoit, his day has come to an end, and Finn Corrigan is making his way onto the pitch for the last 19 plus added minutes. As we restart with a goal kick for the Poppies, which Alexander takes to his right for Forsyth. Forsyth clips long, Loza nowhere near it, headed away by Rail Bedford and well marshalled by York for a throw-in away from Connor T. Throw-in taken back to Forsyth, who will continue it to Alexander. Alexander out to Glennon. Bedford are starting to press very high and quite aggressively at the minute. They've got away with that one, Kettering, as Stannard brings the ball down into Corrigan. Corrigan to Crowther. Crowther goes down the line for York. York will have the ball towards the corner flag on the right-hand side. Back to Loza. Jamal Loza. Jamal Loza with some space. Shoots, deflection. Be a corner. On and into the game. Jamal Loza very quickly. And a good strike for a corner as Leon Lobjoit is a bit of hurdling over on the far
I
side.
think he's going for the ball himself. He's going for playing the.
He's
He's
walking amongst
he's
the
going
fans.
amongst the fans. Yes.
Very much of Kimi Räikkönen at where was it? At Monaco when he just went and got on his yacht.
Yeah.
It's Leon Lobjoit's joined the fans behind the goal.
Yes.
Corner comes in, left-footed, in it comes. That's low. That's poor, really. Saw the puff of dust as he kicked that one, Corrigan. Oh, Flynn, I think it was actually.
Flynn, yeah.
Oh no, here's Flynn. It was Corrigan. Here's Stanley. Stanley going past the number 17. Bit of space for him to run into still. Stanley still going. Deflected away. Might be a goal kick. It will be a corner. No real complaints from Rail Bedford either, so corner it will be. Chance for the ball to be put back in again. Say it was Corrigan who sort of kicked the ground on the last one.
Yeah.
There'll be Loza to take this one on this side. Right-footed swinging in.
Good run by Stanley there. I think they did very well to get past two.
He's looking for a short option here, and he's going to get the short option from Loza. Back to Loza, onside he is, towards the byline, left-footed, crosses it across. And kicked away by the goalkeeper of all people. Here's Stanley now. Does well again, left-footed, puts it in low, cleared away by Rail Bedford. Here's Thanos. Thanos may try a shot. He does shoot. Oh, it's going up, over and away.
Another substitution, I think, far side there, Ed.
Looks like it is. And the new ball comes in. 12 it's going to be.
Hitchcock.
So, said it's Tom Hitchcock coming on. And who is coming off? Number 7, Setchell. Well, unless he's injured, it's an interesting substitution because, I mean, Setchell and T have been Rail Bedford's best players. And Setchell in this second half especially has been really very dangerous on his right-hand side. He's been well marshalled and 2 for 16 as well. So Richardson off for Galliford.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an interesting one as well because, again, Richardson's had a great game. So Richardson and Setchell head to the lifeboat and head down the tunnel. It'll be interesting to see how the others get on here now because Richardson had a really good game. And he was instrumental in some of the good Real Bedford attacks there. And again, they've gone short. They've just played it off Loza, and Loza's got the ball back, right foot. Oh, he's hit the post. And Finn Corrigan turns. Absolute mayhem at the back here for Real. They're all looking at each other, thinking, why don't you just put the foot underneath it? It's a lob shot. Lobjot's just down in front of us here, just getting a hug from our owner.
Around the ground, by the way.
I don't know how he's doing.
Half hour ago.
I think he's done 2 laps of honour.
Chance here. Rail Bedford, Glennon again.
Some intelligent defending
so
now.
Well, Glennon today.
Yeah, he has played well.
Brilliant. As he plays the ball out. Yeah, Lobjoit eventually making his way all the way around the pitch.
Yeah,
Ranger is not far behind him.
Yeah,
he's elected to stay on the pitch.
Yes, and he's got a bib on, so he looks as if he's taking his boots off as well. So he's taking the congratulations, signing autographs. He's all doing the best he can, but some some absolute kamikaze defending at the back for Real here, and they're not helping themselves, even though they are down to 10 men.
I mean, when they look back at this game, they will realise that both of Kettering's goals have come from their mistakes.
Yes.
You know, it's Kettering have looked good. Let's make note, and they've taken the chances that have been given to them, and they have been given. But you know, both goals from real poor mistakes from the Bedford back line, and that might just very well be a gap in class between the two leagues. I mean, you know, you might have got, I don't know, you might have got away with that in the league, though. You're definitely not getting away with it in this league.
Oh, no way. Absolutely right. And I think it's not over yet. So, Lewis, a lovely little pass out. And Shane Flynn's now hugging his lefty, puts a ball in for, oh, it's unlucky for Connor. Stanley there. And the Real Bedford fullback just flicks it across onto Stanley for a goal
really
kick.
Unfortunate. Well, Kettering wanted to make a substitution. The referee and the linesman completely ignored shouts from the bench and the players. And then by the time the referee had realised, the ball was in play and he's just allowed it to carry on. So Kettering still waiting to make a substitution to bring on Kai Fifield. And here come Real Bedford.
Yeah.
And not one to look for excuses, I'm sure, the Kettering bench. If something comes from this, they would argue that if Kai Fifield had been allowed on when they wanted him to, it might not have happened. But here come Real Bedford, out on the left-hand side, back onto the right foot, in it comes, good ball in. It's nowhere in the middle there, though.
No.
Teasing ball, it was put in sort of at shin height, and someone running across that front post will have something. But I think it's, again, being down to 10 men. As I was saying, this is someone I feel really, he's been unlucky today, Connor Stanley, because everything up until that final ball has been so good.
Yeah.
And he's been unlucky with horrible bounces or deflections that just haven't gone his way. On another day, 2 or 3 of those go his way.
100%, Ed. 100%. And,
I mean, you look at the second goal. I mean, he was in, and that deflection just took it away from him, and Alfie Lewis was there to stroke it home. But again, it's just, if he'd have had a bit of luck today, Stanley,
yes,
he'd have been incredible. Now, here does come the substitution eventually.
Just trying to
Who
see.
is it going to be? It might, in fact, actually be Stanley.
Yeah, I think it could well be.
Wouldn't surprise me. It is Stanley. It's Stanley off for Kai Fifield with a little over 10 minutes plus added to go.
That's all 5 substitutes for Kettering used, which you don't often see. I know some in Holyhead's really keen to get the players some game time and tactically, which, if you've seen some of the interviews with him, Sam is very cerebral and tactical when it comes to this. So he's obviously put this on for a reason, probably to safeguard Connor, as you said, because he's had a very good first and second half. I think we just waiting for the throw in, which is on the far side in the Real Bedford half, just by the 18-yard box. It should be cleared out the way, but they want to try and play it out again. I just don't understand it.
I mean, it's admirable, isn't it? And they've clearly got a style of play that they are sticking to and are determined to make work. Is it a bit of naivety in this league to maybe stick with it and instead just go, do you know what, this isn't working, let's just get it forward? Is it naivety or is it admirable? What
may be,
you know,
it could be just be stubborn. I think it's the way they play, and they're still doing it now. But lovely little triangles. But there's a high press from Kettering, and Fifield being on as well, which will just increase the amount of pressure on the both fullbacks. I mean, it's lovely football, as you said, but they've got 10 minutes left. They're 2-0 down. They might as well go for it.
Well, here they come, going through the middle. And now on the right-hand side, this is a little bit more direct from Bedford. Cross in it goes. Alexander watches it and watches it go past his post. And another substitution for Bedford here. Real Bedford, 11 for 16. So off goes Connor T, who far and away has been Real Bedford's best player.
Yeah,
let's see who's coming on. Is it 15?
I think it might be.
Ward number 2.
Maybe it's hard to see from where we are at the moment, but certainly if he turns around, we'll
very well
be
related.
That.
They have similar first names and middle names. You've got Shaheen Prince Malik Ward and Tariq Prince Hakeem Ward.
There you go. Who knows?
Who knows? But they're both on. Is that also all of Bedford's 5
I believe
substitutions?
it
I think
is.
as
I
well,
believe
isn't
it is.
Well, there we go. We've
Full house.
there are 10 players on the pitch who didn't start this game. Kettering have a throw in front of the home dugout. Just over 8 minutes to go plus added. Poppy's just settling into a rhythm of seeing this game out now, you feel. They are looking potentially to get a third one, and there could be here as Lewis puts it through to Loza. Out comes the goalkeeper. He skipped past the goalkeeper, Jamal Loza. Surely great challenge. Really good sliding challenge from Sam Cartwright. But here's Loza. Puts it in. Oh, wide of the post. Well, that would have been game, set and match.
He's a handful. He's been a handful all season. He's been brilliant in pre-season, Loza, and he certainly had an opportunity there to get round it. But a beautiful interception there by the ex. Yeah, it is the ex-Poppies Sam Cartwright there, who did a sliding tackle to deny Loza another goal. And once again, Real Bedford playing it out from the back, trying to go forward now. With Ward plays it over out to Richard on the far side, number 4 there. Jack Davies, lovely ball out to the 15. But Forsyth, who hasn't had too much to do there, intercepted well, but gave it away. And Ward plays it forward. They've got a chance here now on the edge of the area, square it, and squared it across there. And unfortunately, the Real Bedford player there, Tom Hitchcock, couldn't get his toe to it there on the 6-yard line with Alexander stranded. But in the meantime, we've got an injury to Forsyth right on the far side on the edge of the 18-yard box.
I have to say, I'm the Bedford player there. I'm using that very loosely, given my very limited career as a substandard goalkeeper.
I don't know. You're doing yourself a disservice there.
If I were on the Bedford bench instructing these Real Bedford players, have a shot. He's tried to play it across. He's bearing down on the left-hand side of goal. He's just got the goalkeeper in front of him. And he's tried to square it to Hitchcock, who's being marked, to try and tap it in. I mean, at that point, back yourself. Hit it hard, hit it low across goal. Keeper saves it. You go, fair play. And then you get an earful from Hitchcock going, why didn't you pass to me? But you've got to be a bit more selfish there. Just absolutely have a crack at goal. He's overcomplicating it by trying to get Hitchcock involved there, and it didn't work. And at 2-1 with 8 minutes to go or whatever, even with 10 men, you're there, aren't you? You're feeling it.
I totally, Ed. I think that, you should have had the courage of his convictions, but I think that sort of sums up Real Bedford's play. It's intricate. It's short passing. They're not necessarily always gone for the, individual flair there. And I think that's been an issue. But while we're talking, we've still got both teams have gone to each respective bench, but we've still got Forsyth down on the far side. There are no substitutes then.
Yeah, no substitutes. So for this game straight away, I mean, it wouldn't be great, but it would level the teams up at 10 apiece. Players. But it's more the longer term, isn't it? Forsyth is not a player you want to be losing, especially 2 days after you announce that you've let another centre-half go.
Absolutely. And also with less than 2 days to be playing Harborough at home in the league. So it's still all to play for here. Harborough are 2-0 up at St Ives. Corn are now 4-0 up. And Bishop Stopford has decided to wake up in the second half, and they are now 2-0 in front. So it's basically as you were with Corn just replacing Harborough at the moment, just on goal difference. But it's the same top 5.
Well, Forsyth is ready to come back on. It looks like it's the left leg or knee that could be the issue. Oni hobbles now, away by Crowther. Again, we won't announce the man of the match live on air because we will get some advice after the game and put it out on our socials. I'm leaning towards Thanog.
I think that's a great shout.
With honourable mentions to Glennon, especially.
Yes.
And Lewis and Lovejoy. But I think Thanog has
I'd
he's
agree,
run the team, hasn't he? He's been at the helm of this team.
He has been at the helm. I like to see that. You need a captain in the team.
At times when Bedford have looked a bit rudderless.
Oh, please.
It's Thanog who's taken advantage of that.
Certainly stabilised the ship in midfield there. There's no doubt about that. And I think, no, he's been really good. His distribution has been excellent. His retrieval in the midfield in terms of those second balls has been second to none, literally. He's on the ball now, plays it forward, lovely ball through to Lewis. Lewis inside the five field, just tried to chink inside the left-hand side, but he got intercepted there and went down. Harfield's just is playing with a looks like a bandage or some sort of cover on his right wrist. But he's that's not a foul there. It's,
Corrigan's taken a bit of a heavy fall as he tried to press. He's getting back up now. 3 minutes to go, and it does feel like both sides are seeing this one out. I mean, Bedford have certainly come out, the Pirates, with a desire to play on the deck rather than a more swashbuckling style.
Oh, please. Loving your work.
Thank you very much. But it has left them a little bit short, I'm afraid. And it has been their errors. If you've just joined us for the last few minutes, the Poppies are 2-0 up. First half goal from Leon Lovejoy after a misplaced header from Jack Davies. And then a wonderful stroked home finish by Alfie Lewis in the second half from a misplaced pass from the back line. But here come Raoul Bedford looking to maybe put something, Kettering, maybe put them to the sword a little bit. But here's the number 10 for Raoul Bedford. Out to the right-hand side for Ward, the 17 Ward, that is. Of course, we have got the other Ward on the pitch, number 15. Good little touch from him. Flynn has to go back goal side. Bedford playing some nice football. And Flynn breaks in back to Glennon, who clears away to make sure that for the time being, Kettering are keeping their powder dry.
Oh, please. He actually hooked that out, Glennon.
Poppies Media beats Pirate Radio. That is comment of the stream, that one. Here come Kettering, though, to try and maybe get something else. Oh, Corrigan couldn't find Byfield. And away come Raoul Bedford with a minute plus added, which we're not sure how much there will be yet. Here's Stevens down to Shaheen Ward. I know it's not, apologies, it's Galliford.
Lovely play.
Galliford does well towards the end of the box with the number 10. Straight into the hands of Alexander, who clutches it gratefully to his chest and slows the play down. As, the Poppies remain afloat, and it's very much a case of Raoul Bedford capsizing today. And they are looking to get the right way back up, though. They have started playing in the last couple of minutes with a bit more freedom. But Kettering have thwarted every attack so far. And look, Shipwright. Here we go. Loza on the right-hand side. Chance here for Jamal Loza, still going on to his left foot, puts it across the goal, cut out. The Poppies looking ship-shape and Bristol fashion at the minute. I've got to start using these because we're into added time. 6 minutes we're going to have, and I've realised I've got,
You've got loads
quite a
now.
lot of puns to get through.
Indeed.
We are into added time. The clock has disappeared, it has to be said, but we are into added time. 6 minutes of it for the Pirates to mount one last attack. Forsyth does well, gets the ball to Flynn. Flynn to Corrigan, back to Glennon. Glennon
just trying to see the game out now,
just
really.
slowing the game down. Yeah, no one from Raoul Bedford is closing him either, so
no.
A team chasing the game, you would imagine, would have a bit more oomph about them, but I think they might very well just be resigned to the defeats at this point. But there's still 5 minutes to go. Goals change games, goals pay the rent, as our friend Cookie says.
Yes, indeed.
And there is a throw-in an attacking area for the home side. That back line are going to be desperate to get their flowers with a clean sheet. They've done well so far. It hit the referee. I did think that hit the referee.
He should have played it on a little bit better, but he
It
didn't.
will be a really bad touch actually from the referee as well. It has to be a drop ball, unfortunately. It can't. It's not a free kick. The referee has to drop it back into play, and he does, and we get back under play again. Left-hand side for Real Bedford. Down the line it goes. Offside is the Real Bedford man as he bared down on goal, looking for the chance to get one back. The official on his near side had the flag raised. That might very well be that. 3 minutes left of this game. We've added time. We're into the 92nd minute. Glennon switches the ball to Forsyth, who, for the time being, anyway, appears to have recovered from his knock. Chips one into Loza. Loza down the left-hand side in the middle to Fifield. It's just slightly overhit and brought away by Cartwright. Blocked by Loza and kept in play by him in the penalty area. Towards the edge of the box, Lewis will shoot. He does shoot well, blocked by the 15, Tyreek Ward. Glennon picks up the scraps to Lewis. Lewis to Flynn. Flynn back to Glennon. Thanodge to Corrigan, to Thanodge, to Glennon. Smiles from the Kettering players on the pitch. They're enjoying themselves out there. It's been a while since we've seen a Kettering team enjoying themselves during the game. Well, the Poppies, number 8, has certainly been one of the standout players, if not the standout player of this Kettering side. Onside is the Bedford man on the left-hand side, Galliford. Chance for maybe something for the home side, and it goes, headed away easily by Crowther, who has had a relatively quiet second half, as of all the centre halves. Out wide it goes to Shaheen Ward. Back in the middle and back out to Shaheen Ward again. Make it about a minute to go of this game then. And it is looking like the Poppies are going to head back down the A6 to Northamptonshire with all 3 points in their loot bag. They've taken their share of the treasure. And they are going to take the spoils back to Latimer Park. Lewis with the ball in the centre circle. Out left to Kai Fifield with a strapped right wrist. Going towards the byline. He's well cut out by Shaheen Ward. Well covered by him. 30 seconds of this game still to go. Throw in for the Poppies right down by the left corner flag as we look. Here's Glennon. Glennon to Thanodge. Thanodge back to Forsyth. Forsyth to Thanodge. Thanodge to Corrigan, who misplaces the ball. He didn't. And there's a long shot opportunity. It's a great effort and a good save by Alexander. Corrigan got the ball caught under his feet and a shot from the centre circle.
That was.
I mean, if there's any keeper you're not doing it against, it's 6'8" Jason Alexander. And well, the referee has given a goal kick. I am amazed. I mean, Alexander very quite clearly tipped that one over the bar. I mean, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but well, I mean, Alexander very clearly tipped that one over the bar. It was a great save, actually, and well, I mean, the referee who's had a relatively good game up until now, it has to be said, Jamie Stevenson, will allow him one mistake, I guess.
I think so. It wasn't going to go in anyway, I don't think, anyway, according to the referee, but it was bloody close. That's all I would say.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it wasn't going in. I mean, that looked like it was dipping.
I'm trying to be diplomatic here, at least.
No, forget that. Be a throw in for Kettering again, which Real Bedford are unhappy about that. We've had a minute over the minute, so we must be ready to go now. Kettering fans are celebrating in front of us. And there goes the final whistle. The Poppies have sunk the Pirates and sail off into the sunset with a 2-0 win. Comfortable in the end. The first half, it looked like it might be anything but. After a bright start from Kettering, Real Bedford really came back into it and caused the Kettering some issues. If their finishing was a little bit better, it could have been all different at half-time. But it was Lobjoit who got the Poppies started on the 13th minute with a wonderful curling effort in off the far post. And it was tidied up in the second half by Alfie Lewis, who struck a wonderful finish home from inside the area. We were right behind it. You saw the movement on the ball. It was a beautiful finish into the far post to make it 2-0. It was Jones, the number 8 for Real Bedford, who was sent off not long after. We're not sure whether it's for a second bookable offence or a straight red card. Either way, it was absolutely, he was leaving the pitch. And the Poppies go into the bank holiday weekend having won the big one.
The big one.
2-0. Now we're going to the big one. And they leave the great footballing town of Bedford with all 3 points and their share of the spoils. And we will leave you, and it is a quick turnaround. That Harbour game is only Monday. It's 2 days away. It's less than 48 hours until we kick off at Latimer Park for our neighbours the other way up the A6 to Harbour Town, who will be joining us at Latimer Park for a repeat of last season's playoff semi-final. That was drama last season in the semi-final.
Oh,
but that was hell of a game, which was decided on penalties in the end. But it won't be penalties on Monday. It will be 90 minutes. And Kettering, who have started this season with a 100% record, the only team to do that are Bishop's Stortford, who are matching us. So the only 2 teams with 12 from 12 have both won again today. And the Poppies face, I would say, probably with respect to everyone else, their toughest test of the season against Harbour on Monday.
It's a 6-pointer. There's no doubt about that. As Simon Holyhead does his traditional fist pumping celebration to the remaining Poppies fans, who've been quite quiet this today, to be fair. But nevertheless, to probably sit back and enjoy the music here at Real Bedford, and we'll leave you to see the other players doing the same celebration. But we'll hopefully be around on Monday, Ed.
Yeah, Leon Lobjoit had to be persuaded to do that one, but he was persuaded and overruled and outranked by the man who keeps his ship afloat at the minute, Simon Holyhead. But Monday, join us. We will be live from about 2:45, 2:50. And we will have all the usual pre-match build-up and the post-match analysis. We're off to go and enjoy the win, first of all, of course, and get a word from the gaffer, Simon Holyhead. But it's finished here at Ledger Stadium. Real Bedford, the Pirates, 0. Kettering Town, the Poppies, 2. Enjoy your Saturday, whatever you're doing with your evening. Enjoy it. Enjoy tomorrow, and we will see you at Latimer Park bright and early for the visit of the Bees, who will be buzzing into town. But a win here, yet again, keeps a 100% record intact. Thank you for listening. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye now.